Men narrowly escaped serious injuries after car caught fire. Two men narrowly escaped serious injuries and possibly death after a motor vehicle they were traveling in caught fire at Portergate in Westmoreland on Saturday afternoon. The incident happened shortly after 12 noon. Reporters understand that the driver of the Toyota Corolla heard an unusual sound and pulled over. "I heard poof, and when I looked, I saw fire coming from the bottom of the vehicle and the occupants banked the car. Me tell them jump out," a man who claimed to witness the event told reporters. He said the driver, however, managed to retrieve a music console from the burning vehicle. One unit from the Savannah Lamar Fire Station responded to the fire and put out the blaze. The men escaped unhurt. Manchester man wanted for attempted murder of ex-girlfriend. The Manchester police have named 30-year-old Romaine Powell, otherwise called Romy or Biggs, of Top Hill District, Kendal, Manchester, as wanted after he reportedly attempted to murder his ex-girlfriend. The incident occurred on Caledonia Road in the parish on Wednesday. Reports were that about 10 p.m., the woman was at work when she was allegedly pounced upon by Powell, who was armed with a machete. He subsequently used the machete to chop her several times before escaping in the area. The police were alerted and she was taken to hospital, where she was admitted in serious condition. The Mandeville CIB is urging Paul to turn himself in to the police immediately. Meanwhile, the police are asking anyone with information that can assist them with their investigations to contact them at 876-962-2832, the police 119 emergency number, Crime Stop at 311, the NIB tip line at 811 or the nearest police station. Another escapee from Arcabessa lockup recaptured. A second prisoner who escaped from the Arcabessa lockup in St. Mary in December was recaptured on Monday. He is 24-year-old Trey Walker of Claremont in St. Anne. The police say Walker was taken into custody for larceny of motor vehicle and malicious destruction of property committed in St. Catherine. While in custody, investigative leads reveal that Walker had given a fictitious name and that he was one of the 7 St. Mary escapees. The hunt continues for the remaining escapees. They are 25-year-old Jamal Vernon of Boscobel St. Mary, who was charged with robbery, 22-year-old Philip Williams of Belfield St. Mary, who was charged with shooting with intent, 26-year-old LaShawn Davidson of Jacks River, St. Mary, who was charged with shooting, 21-year-old Nolanda Atkinson of Pimento Walk, St. Anne and Boscobel St. Mary, who was charged with robbery, 28-year-old Gavin Hurd of Stonehill St. Andrew and Enfield St. Mary, who was charged with murder. The first recaptured inmate, 22-year-old Linton Bailey of Jacks River St. Mary, who was in lockup for shooting, was taken back into custody on January 4, and additional charges were laid against him. The police are reminding citizens that harboring a fugitive is an offense. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of these escapees is asked to contact the Arcabessa Police at 876-726-0698, Crime Stop at 311, the JCF tip line at 811 or the nearest police station. From tears to charges. Exactly a week after Minister Silvera's funeral, detectives assigned to the Major Investigation Division MID preferred charges against her husband, former St. Mary Western Member of Parliament Jolan Silvera. Silvera, a land developer who wept openly at his wife's Thanksgiving service, was charged with murder less than days after he was arrested and taken into custody on Thursday. His first court appearance was being arranged for yesterday, while other charges in relation to the gun court are pending. The former legislator is currently represented by King's Counsel Peter Chaplin, but attorney Richard Lynch attended Friday's question and answer session. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey, head of the crime portfolio during a police briefing, noted that other charges will be laid against the 52-year-old. Initial reports were that Melissa, 42, died in her sleep on November 8 of natural causes at the Silvera's 2A Damon Court apartment a month shy of their 8th wedding anniversary. An autopsy reportedly requested by the lone policeman who attended the scene and performed in December, 3 weeks after her death, unearthed that at least 3 bullet fragments were found in her body. This prompted the police to launch a murder investigation. 68 rounds of ammunition seized in Junction St. Elizabeth. The Junction Police seized 68 rounds of ammunition during an operation in Common Pen District Junction in St. Elizabeth on Friday. Reports are that about 2:10 p.m., lawmen conducted a search of the area when the ammunition was found in bushes. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigations continue. I will be on the ballot. Upheld Purcell to run as independent candidate after being dropped by PNP. Despite not being named among the People's National Party PNP candidates for the expected local government election, Upheld Purcell, the council for the Yorktown Division in Clarendon Municipal Corporation, says he planned to run as an independent candidate. On Friday, news emerged that Pastor Anthony Davis has been selected by the party to contest the upcoming local elections, constitutionally due by February 28. In an interview, Purcell, who was video recorded in a compromised position last year, said he may not have been selected by the PNP to be their representative, but he will surely be on the ballot when Jamaicans go to the poll. I will be on the ballot when it comes that day, when election call. I will nominate and I will run because I am not giving up my position, he said. I will be running as an independent with all options open wide. I will be on the ballot, no doubt about it, one way or the other. Purcell went to share that when he was informed of the party's decision to no longer use him, he objected, as he had been initially informed that he would be earlier selected as the candidate. They did contact me and we talked, and they told me they wanted to use the other man, and me tell them say, me object because I was officially engaged and certified as the candidate, he said. But Luton Cousins, Member of Parliament for Clarendon Southwestern, told reporters that the party told Purcell he would not be selected as their candidate several months ago. Cousins insisted that the decision was not personal, but was one made from polls and signs. It was made clear to the council that the decision wasn't a personal one, but was based on the polling that was done and the sounding that was done. Political parties operate based on signs. They don't operate based on feelings, he said. Purcell has been the counsel for the division since 1998. He found himself at the center of controversy in March 2023 when a sex tape went viral. In the 64-second footage that caused a social media storm following its release, a nude Purcell is seen pleasuring himself for the other person on the phone. Airport concessions not sell out of Jamaica's majority infrastructure, Airport Authority President stated. President of the Airport Authority of Jamaica, Audie Dietrich, has sought to allay fears about concession agreements for the country's two major airports by stressing that they are not indicative of Jamaica's majority infrastructure being sold off. The Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James, is operated under a 30-year concession agreement with Mexico's Grupo and Canadian Vintage, while the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston operates under a 25-year concession agreement with GAPS, Park Kingston Airport Limited. Responding to concerns about the sale of Jamaica's assets, Mr. Dietrich said if the government is not satisfied with how the facilities are being run, it has the option to terminate the lease. He further explained that the government has engaged investors in a concession program since the late 1990s for various entities or projects including roads, airports, and seaports. This, he maintained, is due to enormous benefits. He noted that there are risks associated with concessions, but these are minimal. He said the government has a stringent oversight regime in place.
The kind of negative views that are held by persons who probably don't understand what concessions mean. Concessions of the airports, they do not mean the properties or the facilities have been sold. It's not a sellout or a sell-off of government assets and Jamaica's and national major infrastructure. It is a lease and concession of the facility for a period of time T, and even in that period of time T, if the government of Jamaica is not satisfied with the operations, it can take them back. There are very stringent, robust measures in those concessions agreement that can be triggered to take back the facilities if that becomes necessary. One of the fundamental benefits, colleagues, is finance. We know it takes big bucks to do major developments of infrastructure and national assets. And so finance is one of the fundamental driver of countries taking on concession as a means of developing and operating these assets. Secondly, things like risk allocation so you don't bear any more the risk of failure or downturn in operation. COVID-19 proved that to Jamaica and the government. Professional talents, experience, exposure, connection of major international firms that already have their tentacles widely extended across the world. It's not a sellout, it's not a giveaway, it's not meant to deprive the country or Jamaicans of their national assets. Some of the risk of concessions, I must say, they are very minimal. Some of them are misguided because people talk, for instance, about sovereignty of the asset and you no longer have control over the asset. And for airports, the government may not have the ability to go and utilize the facility. The government does have the ability in the same way. So you don't give up anything of significance. Plus, there are very robust concession oversight of the management of these facilities, supported by extensive regulations.
Holness says the visit to Hanover has nothing to do with election. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared that his current tour of the island has nothing to do with an upcoming event. The local government polls are due by February 28. Holness, who is also leader of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, said he is currently on a listening tour aimed at hearing from the people as projects are implemented. Why am I here? I know you're thinking, why am I here? And all of you may have one idea in your head, but let me tell you, that is not why, Holness stated. Holness was addressing municipal corporation employees, market vendors and others at the Cleveland Market in Lucy, Hanover on Friday as he made several stops in the parish. The other stops included the Hopewell Market, the groundbreaking of the new Matron's Quarter, and the official opening of the therapeutic park at the Hanover Infirmary. He also participated in the handing over of 2 engineered houses in Chambers Pen and wrapped with 5th and 6th formers from Rossies High School. Holness was accompanied by Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie and Members of Parliament for Hanover Western and Eastern, Tamika Davis and Dave Brown respectively. Other officials also participated in the tour. On February 21, 2023, McKenzie told the House of Representatives that local government election, which was due earlier that year on February 28, has been postponed for the 3rd time until February 2024. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.